Welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Yes, sir.
Hey, Doug, you?
All right, welcome back to the Doug Stewart Show. Thank you for calling the show. What's your name, where you calling from, what you want to talk about?
Hey, what's up, folks? It's K3000. Doug, how you doing?
K3 Stacks, what's up, brother? How you doing?
Hey, pretty good, sir. Pretty good. Hey, I had a quick take on Mr. Ball. Let's see how can I put this. All right, basically, if you remember when Stephen A. Smith got in trouble, I can't remember the girl's name from whatever the ESPN, the other show is. You remember a while back for like he was a chauvinist or something, and then they made a big deal of it.
Right.
And he was suspended for a week.
Right.
All right. When Ball doesn't want this woman to come on, basically he's pretty smart because if you think about it, like that woman did Stephen A. Jim Lampley ended up getting her on HBO, and she was doing nothing but going after Floyd Mayweather and Stephen A. Smith.
Right.
Where this woman is going pretty much at Ball. She's trying to make a career off it. You see what I'm saying?
Right.
Like, I think that a lot of times that's what makes lower people at the different stations. The people that don't really have that big story or whatever, they try to figure out a way to propel their careers by, being like leeches almost. They jump on the backs of somebody that's going somewhere. Because believe it, if Ball didn't have any potential of doing anything, he would be after school. They wouldn't even talk to him more.
Right.
But like now, they are steady, digging in them each and every way they can because somebody's trying to be there now, and then later on, be on one side of the story either or, but make a ton of money along the way.
Yeah.
You get what I mean?
Yeah, good stuff, man. Hey, K3000, appreciate the call, brother.
No doubt.
And he's gone. And he's making sense. Basically, his point is that the Christine Leahy tried to make a name for herself by going at Levar Ball the way that she did. And that's kind of like one of the oldest trick in the books or whatever. That's how the great Jim Rome, kind of got big as a little skirmish that he had with Jim Everett, who at the time was the quarterback of the Los Angeles Rams or St. Louis Rams or whatever one it was. And the rest is history. And, yeah, I mean, she tried to get under dude's skin. He wasn't studying her. And it became a big thing. And now we even know her name. Like, I didn't know her name before that whole thing happened with Levar Ball. So, to a large degree, it worked. Because we talked about her for several days. Still talking about her a little bit right now. And, it is what it is. A very good point, my man K3000. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. Let me read some more messages in the chat on Spreaker.com and get your thoughts on everything that we've talked about today on this Man Talk Monday. Good afternoon to you. From LD from the D, it's sad when special people have kids. And talking about LeVar Ball. From Kaza, good sense. He could outplay Jordan, ? Well, I agreed with you. In the last segment, we talk about LeVar Ball and his statement, that his comments that he could beat Michael Jordan in basketball. Those are the most disturbing comments that I think he's made. A lot of people can point to a bunch of other things about Lonzo being the greatest basketball player in basketball history and what he's going to do, this, that, and the other. But that's all of that show. You cross the line when you say that you could beat the greatest basketball player of all time in a game of basketball. And your rationalization on why you could do it or your background and your history on being able to do it is null and void. Thanks for calling the show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Mike check, Doug. This is your humble host, Marcus Harper.
Marcus Harper, Sports Talk with Soul. What's up, brother? How you doing?
Right on. Life is good, brother. How are you?
I'm great. What you got?
All right. Just a reminder, tonight after Game 5, we'll be right here on the WSMEradio.com post-game NBA Finals. So after the game is over, tell everybody to come over to WSMEradio.com and check us out.
Yeah, so what are your thoughts, man? Give us a preview. What do you think is going to happen in this game tonight between the Cavs and the Warrior Game 5?
I think all the pressure is on the Warriors for sure.
Yeah.
And they lost that last game, Game 4 in the first quarter, came out slow. So I think they'll be trying to avoid that. Naturally, they'll come out guns a-blazing, and I just believe with the role players, everybody that played bad games, they'll bounce back this game at home, and they'll close them out. If they do not close them out tonight, all bets are off, sir.
Yeah, it gets real scary if for some reason they have another letdown tonight and let Cleveland come in there and win tonight. It gets real scary because Game 6 will go back to Cleveland. It's 2-2-1-1-1, right?
Correct. Game 6 would be Thursday, and then Game 7, if necessary, would be Sunday, Father's Day.
All right, that's what's up. So I'm definitely going to join you tonight, man, for the Marcus Harper Show, kind of like a recap of Game 5 of the NBA Finals. All right, brother.
Thank you, and I'm gone.
There he is, my man Marcus Harper, right here on WSME tonight. So if you're up, come and join us, man, for his show, his post-game show, as we get some comments and thoughts out there about the game. But, yeah, I mean, he agrees with me. He agrees with me. I don't think it's going to happen. Like, I know I'm flip-flopping. On one hand, I'll be like, I don't think it's going to happen. I think Golden State's going to win. I do believe that. What I'm saying to you is I am hoping that Cleveland can come back and win this game tonight. They did it last year in the same certain circumstances, but I am hoping that happens, to put all of the pressure on KD, to get it done and win this ring. If they don't win the ring this year, oh, my gosh, I am going to clown Kevin Durant. Thanks for calling the show. What's your name? Where you calling from? What you want to talk about?
Damn, guess who stepped in the room? Kabow.
Kabow. Chief Rocker, Vern from Jersey. What up, Vern?
Hey, man, ain't nothing, man. You got my chat wrong in the chat room, but I want to talk about the NBA. But I'll be coming over to my van, a drive-through show I usually do. Sometimes, I have people and they don't know I'm talking to them on my show.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying?
Right.
So I'm going to be doing that, and I'm going to be talking about the NBA. Because, see, last year when it was 3-1, I came on the next 3 games and boost and pump Cleveland up, and they won the series.
Oh, so wait a minute.
So and what they gonna do?
So wait a minute. Wait a minute. The reason why Cleveland came back to win is because you boosted them up, huh?
Ask anybody in the chat. Ask anybody who listens to the #1 Chief Rocker Jersey Violence Show.
Right. Okay. All right. Vern is the reason that the Cavs came back 3-1 last year. I got you.
Hey man, I'm gonna tell you, Doug. They got punched in the face the other night. If you seen how that second half went, how Cleveland started getting tough. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
They punched them in the face. You got too many softies over there on that Golden State side, especially all 3 of the Barge brothers. You know what I'm saying? So I feel like this. They lose tonight, which they will lose because I'm coming on, and I think I'm their good luck charm. And once they win tonight, it's done. Cleveland won this thing, man. So let's get ready to rewrite history and have something better to talk about the next week.
Okay. All right, man. Vern, appreciate the call, brother.
All right, my son.
There he is, my man Vern, the #1 Chief Rocker, Vern from Jersey, coming on today at 4 p.m. right here on WSME. And, wow, I mean, we learn something new every day. Vern's the reason that Cleveland came back last year in that series. Who would have thunk it? Who would have thunk it? Team broadcasting, the window of light-skinned success in the world is closing. You better hurry up and get them boys into the NBA. That's funny. Who mentioned it? Oh, Vern just mentioned it, talking about the DeBarge brothers, Clay and Steph, I guess. Nah, it ain't closing no time soon, man. Golden State got another, if they keep this group together, they got another 7-8 years of dominance. And I don't see any reason. There's some talk about Clay actually doing kind of like a James Harden type deal where he left Oklahoma City and became the big star on another team by himself. So there's some talk about Clay when he becomes a free agent and doing the same thing. That would be interesting. But if they stay together, like, why is it going to be any different next year and the year after and the year after and the year after? Like I say, a good 6 or 7 years. Why would it change at all? And it seems like they want to play together. Clearly, Kevin Durant is in it for the long haul. Durant's not going to come there and then first opportunity he get leaves to go somewhere else. No, he came there to win rings. It's a bad look if he leaves again, I would say. So you got KD, you know the names. You got KD, Curry, Clay, You got Draymond, all in basketball years, relatively young. NBA players for 15, 16, 17, 18, 20 years. These cats are like in their 6th, 7th year. Oh, my gosh. You got really, if they can stay together, you got another, realistically, I said 4, 5, 6, or 7. You got like 10 years to deal with these ninjas. Think about it. I mean, I'm being for real. I was kind of, being on the low end of that conversation and saying 6 or 7 more years. These guys in the NBA play for 15 years. Most good players, all-star type players year in and year out, they play for 15 years. Kobe Bryant, Kevin Garnett, cats like that, they play for 18, 19, 20 years. If these guys stay together, they're only going to get better. The chemistry's only going to get better. They're going to be a darn menace for the next decade. Believe that. I think they're going to win tonight. Hopefully they won't. But don't act like this is going to go away after this season. and that this gap that you're talking about, this window closing on the DeBarge brothers, no, such is not the case. Outside of unforeseen injuries or something like that, like if they were to leave Clay, they wouldn't lose a step. Clay and KD pretty much give them the same thing. That's why I feel like Klay Thompson probably feels some type of way that Kevin Durant's come over to this team and taken away all his shots. But if Clay leaves, no big deal. They'll be fine. If Kevin Durant were to leave in some crazy scenario, they'd be fine. Remember, they were up 3-1 last year in the finals for the second year in a row with Clay, Steph, and Draymond. So to think that this is going away after this year, Cleveland's going to have this miraculous comeback in this series is very far-fetched, to say the least. Very, very far-fetched. And you're listening to the Doug Stewart Show. It's actually kind of scary to think about. Me being a Laker fan, that we got another solid 10 years of these boys at this level of basketball. And yeah, they may lose a step in years 6, 7, 8, and 9, but their games have developed. Just like Michael Jordan started shooting that fadeaway at the end of his career. They'll figure out a way to get it done. Not the way that they did when they were rookies in the league, but they'll figure out a way. So they're going to get probably better. They haven't made it to the top of the hill yet where they're going to start going downhill. They're still ascending right now, which is kind of scary. All right, we'll be back in 3 minutes. Wrap up today's show. Don't go away. The Doug Stewart Show.
Writing, my shit so exciting. Get up on any nigga beat and start to get the fighting. I used to get the biting, now I give you all the lighting. Enlightening the people who stand up for what is right. It's kinda tight how I can say whatever that I want. Do what I don't usually do, but I can't give a fuck about the past. How about right now for your looking ass? Don't look past the nigga with the enlightenment. I'm shining bright, so bright that you can see me in the night. In the day, I be making my daily works pay like all day. I be dreaming, I be scheming, I be thinking about the day that I can finally break my way to fuck.